What's up, everyone? I'm gonna introduce you guys to one of my favorite ramen places in San Francisco. It's called Marufuku Ramen. It's located in Japantown. If you ever want to have a chance to check it out, please do. And yeah, we just got some chicken karaage and the Hakata Tonkotsu ramen there. Yeah, just get some lemon on the chicken karaage. Ooh, damn. And what I really like about chicken karaage is typically they normally serve it with a side of Kewpie mayo, which is a Japanese mayo. If you think about it, that's pretty much it. And then sometimes they have like a little, like the spicy powder on top on the side with it, which I really like. Yeah, let's get into it. Gosh, yesterday actually I went for a jog the other day. Gosh, it's super hot in San Francisco. I didn't realize, like, I thought last week was like pretty much the heat wave, but this week seems actually even hotter. But jogging in hot weather like this is, yesterday was super hard. I thought I was gonna have a heat stroke out there. It's been a while since I actually had Marufuku ramen, but it does hit the spot. But just to warn you, usually it all really gets crowded. So best thing to do is like try to show up when it opens, and even there's a line, quite a line just waiting for it till it opens. So get there early, and then you can just put your name on the Yelp waiting list, as many restaurants have that now these days. But no, during these times, not many restaurants are open, but just for takeout. But yeah. Gosh, these ramen noodles are stuck together. Oh, I'll just eat this like this. Like in Japan, it's crazy, man. Like you see in Naruto how he eats his ramen so fast and slurping it. That's pretty much what happens in real life in Japan. Like, well, ramen's kind of, I guess maybe it could be considered a kind of fast food type uh, cuisine for Japanese people. Because like these Japanese businessmen, they get in and they get out. Once they get their food, maybe within like maybe 5 minutes or less, they can slip down all these noodles and they're ready to go. Time is money for them. Also, with this nice bowl of ramen, I also got a nice glass of refreshing milk kiss on the side to cool me down a little bit, Okay, so let's talk about Kaguya-sama Love is War, episode 8. So the episode opens up with Miko Iino. She's on everyone's ass. She's uptight as usual, saying that to Kaguya and Shirogane, what? It's obviously that you guys prefer for each other, but doing this in the student council room and doing all these lewd things in her eyes is inappropriate for members of the student council. And Kaguya turns soft, saying again, going on the whole spiel that she's so nice once again. And then Ishigami comes in and says that being uptight around everyone may cause people to not like you. You gotta relax a little bit. And then Miko Iino says, "I don't want to hear that from you, Ishigami," with the little stank face. And then of course she likes Fujiwara. She's giving her a little pass, but everyone's saying, Fujiwara breaks some school rules too as well. And Fujiwara is trying to be the mediator and tells Miko Iino, let's do this real quick. So in 1 hour, I want you to relax and even maybe break some school rules yourself. And immediately Ishigami, he's being a little bad boy. He puts his feet on the table. He pops open a bag of chips uh, and some coke as well. He plays some video games, busts out on his whatever PlayStation portable device, or and then he also has his own game system, or maybe it was in the student council room, and he plugs it into the TV, and then him and Shirogane start playing some rip-off bootleg Mario Kart game. Meanwhile, Fujiwara says, "Let's take some pictures," and obviously, Miko Iino was aware that using social media not for school purposes is against the school rules. But Fujiwara says, join in, relax. You don't need to be so uptight. You're you're in your youth as a high school student. You gotta enjoy it, right? And Fujiwara, takes some pictures. How girls do with their filters and stuff like that. And then she says, "This is not gonna do it. Let's take some weird, funny pictures." And then Fujiwara proceeds to make some like really ugly face, and then and the other two girls follow suit as well. And then Kaguya, she does show a pretty funny, weird face to Ishigami and Shirogane, and then they have really stone cold faces. And then Ishigami actually puts out nowhere that, "Damn, you're making one ugly face." And then Kaguya, it's like she took it quite to heart, and she kind of fell down a little bit, right? Or this, and then this next bit, Kaguya-sama. There's many tropes in like animes, right? And drama, romance, and stuff like that, and they decide just to make fun of these type of tropes. So this next bit, there's always this stupid scene where two romantic lovers are trapped inside the sports warehouse, and so this is what happens to Kaguya and Shirogane. But unbeknownst to them, they're trying to play along with each other. They're thinking the other person planned this all along, but in reality, it was not the case. I believe there was like a twig jamming the door, so they couldn't open it, and so they play along. And then Kaguya says she's cold, and eventually, you know how that whole spiel goes. She accidentally falls on the mat, and then Shirogane is trying to, catch her, and there's like that awkward scene where Shirogane is on top of Kaguya, and just about as they were about to go kiss each other, of course, the homewrecker Miko Iino interrupts them once again. So yeah, that was pretty funny. Okay, let's get some more to eat. Okay, so moving on to the next comedy bit. Uh, Next day, everyone's in the student council room, and Shirogane sees lint on Kaguya's hair, and it's really bothering him. So he mentions to Kaguya, "Oh, there's some lint on here," and of course, he takes it out of her hair himself. And then immediately, Kaguya is saying she's not feeling well, and then excuse me, and then a whole scene breaks loose, and they had to call the ambulance. And it's revealed that actually Kaguya kind of had a little rough past with her and her mother. Kaguya, I guess she wasn't born with a really healthy body, and her mother actually died of a heart disease. And then here we get introduced to one of the best doctors in the nation, in Japan, I believe. His name is Shozu Tanuma, yes. And yeah, he's one of the top doctors, and he also performed on the prime minister for, I think, some heart surgery of some sort. And he's also happens to be the part of the Shinomiya's family doctor. And he recalls meeting um, Kaguya when she was young, back then, I believe, maybe when her mother died of some sort, he remembered her having a very cold face and, didn't really look forward to living life. And then, oh, forgot to mention, Fujiwara actually says that Kaguya actually misses every season. She misses some time off school, I think due to health problems. But then, okay, going back to Kaguya visiting the hospital, Shozu Tanuma mentions that you, you, your heart and whole body seems perfectly healthy, and we call this love sickness, as you guessed, right? And Kaguya just can't believe this. She's thinking this must be a joke of some sort. How can love sickness do this to me? And then he describes her symptoms, right? So every time Kaguya thinks of Shirogane, her heartbeat goes faster. Then they proceed to going on and using this very expensive um, technology of some sort, which is quite pricey, the doctor said, but Kaguya says it doesn't matter. My health is most important, right? And once again, it's just he asked her, "Do you have any pictures of Shirogane?" And then she showed, uh, she pulled up some pictures on her phone, and then the stupid people says that her heartbeat went up, and it's due to Shirogane, right? Obviously, and the doctor's telling I was young once upon a time in high school and experienced my first love in that sort. And Kaguya is still blushing, and she just doesn't want to believe this. Oh, let me get a quick sip right here. And she's trying to deny it, and eventually she comes back home, and then her Hayasaka is embarrassed as well because she actually goes to this um, hospital at the time as well, and she did her stupid reason of being love sickness causing her to faint is ridiculous. And Hayasaka says, Kaguya, can you please not embarrass me anymore because I go to this hospital too. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up the end of the episode. Yeah, this episode was pretty good, but not one of the best of the season, but it was definitely pretty funny. Whew, man. This is a good bowl of ramen right here. Pretty good chicken karaage as well. When in this hot weather. And usually I sometimes, I just wear a tank top when I'm at home. It's quite hot these days, and just wear some shorts, But yeah, but anyways, thank you for watching. Peace.